Welcome in. My name is Barry Sesney, your Cape Coral real estate agent. And today is June 1st, 2023. And that means it's time to take the pulse of the Cape Coral real estate market. Now, in this video, we're going to do a deep dive into the Gulf Access Canal homes here in the city of Cape Coral. We're going to take a look at the numbers. We're going to take a look at the last 31 days, so the month of May 2023. And we're going to compare that to 90 days ago, as well as 1 year ago, May 2022. And that's going to give us an idea of the direction that the market is heading. Now, if you like this content, go hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you're going to want to subscribe as I put out a lot of useful information on the topic of real estate here in Cape Coral, Florida. So let's go ahead and get started. What is a Gulf Access Canal home? Well, a Gulf Access Canal home is a home that sits on a saltwater canal, meaning you can park your boat right in your backyard. Maybe you want to pack a picnic, pack a lunch, go load up your boat with the family, navigate out the canal system to the Gulf of Mexico for a day of fishing, island hopping, and a wonderful sunset. Now, first thing we're going to look at when we're looking at market indicators, I like to educate my clients on what to look at so they know how to judge the market themselves. If they have the information, they can make educated decisions that are going to be in their best interest for themselves and their families. So the first metric we want to look at is inventory. Now, inventory is the amount of homes that are available for sale at the current moment. Now, inventory right now, what that's going to tell us is going to tell us how the market's moving, supply basically. If there's a lot of supply, that means prices are probably going down. Now, if supply is limited, that means prices are going up. Next thing we look at is median price. What's the median price point? Median price is the middle price point between all the houses for sale or that have sold it. So 50% of the houses are selling for more than that amount, 50% are selling for less than that amount. So that gives us a great idea of where the median or where the middle price is at. Now, days on the market is how many days the house has sat on the market from the time it was listed on the MLS till the day that it went under contract. Now, back in 2021, 2022, we were seeing houses go very quickly. Okay, these canal access homes were going within about 7, 8, 9 days, meaning if you were a buyer, you had very little time to decide to buy that house. If you saw something you liked or you thought you liked, you had to jump on that opportunity. Whereas now, it's starting to stretch out to 25, 30 days, 35 days. And what that means is it gives buyers a little bit more of an opportunity to do a little more due diligence to determine if they like that house or not. It also gives them the opportunity to maybe negotiate with the seller just a little bit more. Next up, we look at closed sales. This shows us demand. How many sales have closed in the last 31 days? If there's a lot of sales that have closed, or if the number is getting higher, that means demand is increasing. If the number is lower, that means demand is decreasing. So these are all different factors that we take a look at, and we're going to review how these affect the Cape Coral Canal, Gulf Access Canal homes here for the month of May 2023. So let's dive right in. Okay, so the first metric we're going to look at is active inventory. We want to see how many homes were available for sale on the last day of May 2023. We had 445 homes available for sale on the last day of May 2023. Now, this is Gulf Access Canal homes only. If you'd like to see a market update on the entire Cape Coral area and all the homes available, you can click the link in my description below, as I do have one for June 2023 on the entire city of Cape Coral single family homes. So back to this one, active inventory. Back in May 2022, when the market was off the charts, we had 325 available inventory. I think in the month of April, we had even less than that. 2021, 2022, the first part were low inventory. And then throughout the summer, we saw the inventory gradually start to increase. And then when the hurricane hit, as you see the chart down here, inventory decreased, went up a little bit. And then we had our season, sold a lot of homes in February, March, April, and May, and we're starting to see that decrease again. As inventory decreases, typically prices start to increase. Next up, we're going to look at median price. Now, median price is the median price point of homes that sold in Cape Coral. So for the month of May, $782,000 is the median price point. That means that half the houses sold for more than that, and half the houses sold for less than that. If we go back just a couple months to February 2023, 90 days ago, we see that the median price point was $764,500. So we can see that prices are starting to gradually increase. Back in May 2022, we were at $870,000. I believe April was slightly higher than that. And then as we went into the summer, prices started to drop. We had the hurricane for the month of October because we did have very limited inventory. People needed houses. A lot of houses were damaged and taken off the market temporarily. And so houses were selling quite a bit higher in October of 2022. And then started to go back down. And then as we went into season, prices started going back up again, as you can see. As inventory decreases, prices continue to go. The next metric we're going to look at is days on the market. Now, I like this one because this is an indicator of if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market or neutral. Now, May 2022, we know it was a seller's market. We only had 7 days to decide. The average house was going on the market on the MLS, and within 7 days, that home was under contract, meaning somebody had already bought or had the right to buy that house. As you know, last year as well, many times there were 5, 6, 7 offers on the exact same house, meaning you had to bump up your offer and you had no ability to ask for incentives as the buyer. Now moving to February 2023, we see it at 34 days, and May 2023, just a few days higher at 37 days. Now this is good for the buyer because it gives them more opportunity to do due diligence. It also gives them the ability to maybe ask for a few incentives, like the ability to have help paying down points on the mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Now, to be a neutral market, we want to see that number go up to about 40, 45. So we are still in a seller's market, but it does give the buyer just a little bit more time to breathe and to make the right decisions when buying a home. Next metric we're going to look at is closed sales. How many homes are selling here in Cape Coral? Now, the Cape Coral Saltwater Canal homes, in May of 2022, we had 127 sales. February 2023, we had 70. And then over the last 3 months, we've averaged about 93, right around 90. In the month of May, we had 93 sales. Now, we're not very far off from May 22 on that particular number. So that tells me we're still seeing a lot of demand here in Cape Coral. I believe as people get more and more comfortable with the interest rates, they understand that interest rates are going to be about 6.5%, 7%. And they're going to stay that way for probably quite a while. They're getting more comfortable and they're starting to enter the market again. As they start to enter the market again, we're going to start to see prices continue to rise. Not as fast as they did in the past, but we will start to see prices continue to rise as the demand increases. Now, other key numbers that we want to pay attention to are the price per square foot. So the sold price per square foot on a saltwater canal home here in Cape Coral last month sold for $404. List price received. What is list price received? That means the price that the home was listed for and the amount that the seller accepted at closing. So it's at 96%. Last year in 2021, the first part of 2022, we were seeing that number over 100%. They would list it at one price and they would actually get offers for more than selling price. So now we're moving back to a more average market or a standard market where people are paying just a little bit less than what the home is listed for. Homes that hit the market in May 2023, we saw 129 new Gulf Access Canal homes hit the market and months of inventory. Now the months of inventory, that means if another house did not come on the market, how long would it take to completely sell all the houses available right now? It would take about 4.8 months to sell all the saltwater canal homes that we have available right now if another listing did not come on the market. Typically, for a neutral market, we're going to see that number up around the 6-7 months. Right now, it is still low, meaning we are still in a seller's market. But to be very honest, I don't see us moving to a buyer's market anytime soon. I think we're in a pretty good position right now. I think we are in a buyer's market for taking advantage of the Cape Coral market. Prices have dropped quite a bit since last summer, and now is a great time to buy because prices are only going to continue to increase as we move forward. So let's take a look at, is now the best time to buy? We look at different metrics when it comes to this particular question. We want to look at the overall economy, understand what's happening. I know the news likes to feed us a lot of information, and a lot of that is inaccurate, and it's a lot of scare tactics, I believe. So when we look at the actual numbers, they tell a different story. So let's look at these numbers right now. First thing we look at is inflation. Last year, inflation peaked at 9.1% in June 2022, and it has continually decreased since that. As interest rates rose, it did put a dent into inflation, and we're now at 4.9%, and we've been decreasing steadily every month. So that number, I believe, will continue to decrease. Interest rates peaked at 7.24% November of 2022. They are now at 7.08%. This number has been hovering around the mid to high sixes, low sevens for the last several months, meaning we're seeing to see some stabilization here. As people are becoming more and more comfortable, this is the new norm, they're starting to jump back into the market. As they jump back into the market, demand is increasing and prices will continue to rise. Unemployment is at 3.4%. Now, this is the lowest number in the last 54 years. These are historical numbers. Lots of people, or everybody that wants to work, is working right now. Unemployment is a great indicator of the strength of the economy. Supply, current inventory right now in Cape Coral, now this includes all single family homes, is 1,638 homes available for sale right now. If we look at May 2018, just 5 years ago, we were at 2,647 homes available. And that was not a terrible market. It wasn't a really strong market. It was still a buyer's market, but that was a lot of houses for sale compared to where we're at today. Our inventory is much lower, and we have a lot more demand. Let's look at demand. So demand, the population estimate right now is about 216,000. We've jumped up quite a bit in the last 3 years. A lot of people are moving here. A lot of corporations are starting to take notice of our area and starting to move their corporate headquarters to the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area. As that happens, that brings more population as well. Over the next 7 years, we're expected to hit 250,000 people. We are one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. And as things continue as they have, we'll hit that 250,000 mark without any problems. The great thing about this too is Cape Coral is starting to build new infrastructure and starting to really take notice. We're getting a lot of new restaurants, stores, redoing parks. The yacht club is going to be redone here in the southeast part of Cape Coral, which is going to be pretty incredible. And then in the northwest part of Cape Coral, they're going to be building 7 Islands, which is a new development that's going to be quite impressive as well. And that concludes our June 2023 Saltwater Canal Home Market Report here in Cape Coral. My name is Barry Cessna, your Cape Coral real estate agent, and I aim to be a resource for you. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment in the comment section below. I specialize in helping second home buyers and second home owners buy and sell homes here in the Cape Coral area. I also love helping families with Gulf access canal homes, as they are quite amazing and quite unique to our area. If you have a dream of owning a home on a Gulf access canal, go ahead and contact me, and I will be happy to help you get the information and help you make a great decision here in the Cape Coral area. Property values are still low compared to other parts of the states, and Cape Coral is in a fast and growing city that offers a lot of opportunity. Whether you're looking to retire, have a vacation home or a second home here, an Airbnb, or just looking to relocate to the location, I am here to be a resource for you, making realty dreams a reality.